And let's see if there's anybody coming out. Will you join my live on your phone? Hi, I'm Brandy. This is Hand Dog Hollow, and today we're going to be checking in on the Wolf Moon Challenge. Please pardon my speech. I had a dental procedure, and I was overly optimistic as to my recovery. Stop laughing at me. My husband is a mean-spirited wretch. Don't follow his example. You'll go to hell if you believe in such a place. Although I don't necessarily believe that not believing in a place will save you from it. Just FYI. Give it a thumbs up, Eddie. Help some more people
Why
find
am I
it.
in the background of the picture?
Because you walked by when I was doing the damn picture.
With a gear in my hand and everything.
I was doing the damn picture. I'm trying to make it so that I can see the comments. God bless it. Okay, there we go. All right, so sorry for the delay. Hello, I'm Brandy. This is Hand Dog Hollow. And, God, they give me too much knowing stuff on the top of my mouth, so I cannot use my upper lip, which is why this is coming out.
Work it out. Yeah.
I'm trying to work it out. I literally won't do anything. Make sure that you have the volume down so that you can watch it. And I keep losing my train of thought. So mercy. Okay. I'm also a little nauseous because I swallow a lot of my own blood. So it's just not a very good time. But first of all, blessed Winter Solstice over you, whichever it is that you celebrate. Pardon me. I'm gonna have to take this down if you keep laughing.
You gotta practice magic, even when things aren't perfect.
You do. That's my philosophy. He's just quoting me.
Speak right.
Hi, Amber. Don't listen to this fool. He's just making fun of me because I can't speech right.
Speak right.
Anyway, how are you all, guys? I'm sorry about my voice. I had a dental procedure and they gave me too much knowing in the top of my mouth, so the bottom part works accurately, but the top part doesn't work. And you'd be surprised how many words require the movement of your upper lip. So that's where we are right now. But happy Winter Solstice, and you. I'm making, hi Samantha. I'm making mulled cider right now in the stove, and also beef stock because I'm going to make sancocho for Christmas. And I hope it's very cloudy, so I hope it clears up a little bit so that we can see the conjunction. Please tell me if I'm speaking too fast to understand. Sorry. She gave me so much. I don't know why. I would have rather had a little bit more pain and a little more movement of my face in retrospect. So I have a guest. And I basically just wanted to check in with, hi, Tana. Yes. They gave me injections here and in the back. The back ones have kind of faded, and so I can use my bottom part of my mouth and my tongue, but I cannot use my upper lip. So it's very challenging. But what I wanted to do is check in about the Wolf Moon Challenge. We finished a week. I just sent out a newsletter, so I hope you guys get it and that you enjoy it. Please let me know if you have feedback because I am trying to improve it. I'm so sorry. But it mostly says that there is a new week's suggestions for the Wolf Moon Challenge. I am trying very hard. I am actually I'm kind of nauseous and I'm kind of hungry, but I'm waiting for my mouth to be a little more mobile before I try to eat. Because right now I cannot even control my mouth. So I have a website, Samantha, called hounddoghollow.com. And just like it's written, but with no spaces. And basically, you can go there and there is a newsletter, subscribe, and you push that button and it should be there. But the good news is the newsletter doesn't have any information that's not already on my vlog. It's more of an announcement for you to check that there's new information on the blog. And it has some links to my YouTube as well, basically my most recent lives. So, my live yesterday was Get Ready With Me, Full Moon in Cancer. And last week was for Yule. And then next week is going to be a 2021 planner side by side. I will have 18 planners, and 3 more are coming, and I hope they'll be here by then. I think technically 19 because I wasn't going to include my garden one, but everybody was telling me that garden is sufficiently wishy to include, so I will include that one as well. Yeah, so that's something I wanted to address about the Wolf Moon Challenge is that, yes, the challenge is to participate daily. However, you should participate in whatever way makes sense for you in your life. The point is that you are engaging and connecting with the energies of the season, however it is that you connect spiritually. That's what matters. And you can still win the giveaway by just using the hashtag Wolf Moon Challenge. Say it, Dan.
Hashtag
Wolf Moon Challenge. I cannot do a W. Hashtag Wolf Moon Challenge on Facebook or Instagram or on a VR on YouTube. Any of those, I have a spreadsheet and I'm keeping track of those. It's just a small box giveaway, but it's still nice to get a present sometimes, right? So basically every week I have the Wolf Moon Challenge overview for the month as a whole, the lunation as a whole, and that is covering the general energy and the general thing, but the challenge itself being that you will check in with yourself 5 minutes a day and reflect or set intentions or dreams or whatever for the upcoming 2021.
Even when things aren't perfect.
Jesse says, that's my philosophy, is even when things are not perfect, you should still do them, because anything worth doing well is worth doing at all. And sometimes we push off our magic and our life waiting for a better time that may or may not ever come. So it's important to connect when you can. I'm getting emotional. I don't know if I got like delirium from the Novocaine or what, but oh my god, my face. I'm also numb all the way like to my eyeballs and down to my chin, so very hard. I don't have very good proprioception, which is the part of your body that tells you where your body exists in space. So my face feels very large, which to the best of my knowledge it is not. So yes, that's what the Wolf Moon Challenge article overall is, with the idea that over with the idea that over the course of the lunation, you will dream big dreams. Where do you want your life to go? But also do honest reflection. Where is your life now? And what anticipating barriers and such. And then finally, the last part is, what do you need to release to evolve into this life that it is that you're wanting, which we will work on those ideas when the moon is waning, because those are better suited for that time. And so week 1, we talked about the energy of the new moon, solar eclipse in Sagittarius. it's a lot harder to talk when you can't feel your face, and it takes a lot more energy. I have so much more respect for people who have speech impediments because this is hard, and I'm a natural communicator, and I can only imagine that it is harder for them, but also that it takes a lot more courage uh, because this is really challenging. And I know all of you, so I don't think that you will judge me. But I can't imagine having to speak like this all the time and have some asshole thinking that I don't know, whatever it is that their little small mind relates to this type of voice. Um, I had dental work, but she gave me a lot of Novocaine, and I cannot move my upper lip, which is happening. But like my husband's here. But I basically, I'm putting my money where my mouth is.
You can't feel it.
Even though I can't feel it. And I said I was going to connect in this way, and I don't want to put it off. I want to connect with you guys, and even if it takes me a little more effort to speak correctly. Yeah, I love you guys. So then last week we talked about, so the week we just completed, we talked about the new moon in Sagittarius, solar eclipse, and waxing moon energy. And I gave a list of ideas of how you might use that energy for yourself, to like different prompts. Ooh, that one bit my lip. Different prompts that might give you ideas on how to journal. Maybe you're going to do a guided meditation. Maybe you're going to ask for dream work. Maybe you're going to do cards. I've seen lots of cards. Beautiful. I love your guys' spreads. I've been very inspired. Some of it I haven't shared every day because some of it's very personal. But I have tried to share most of it. I didn't share yesterday. Yesterday was the inventory of my body, and that is just somewhere where you're very vulnerable in general. And I just feel like there's transparency, which I try to always have with you guys, and then there's like TMI. And so I feel like the good thing about your issues with your personal body is most of the time your other people around you are not hyper vigilant to what's going on with your body like you are living in it. So I'm keeping that to myself, but I did do it yesterday. It's just like, that's kind of a vulnerable area in our modern culture and society. So today I posted an update with the information for the first quarter moon and the waxing moon, and also just a reminder about you. And so I just want to review some of the suggestions that we had for last time. And if you guys wanted to share anything that comes up, that's what this forum is for us to share. So then also I don't have to talk as much. And I'm definitely biting the hell out of my lip. I could see this mark getting bruised. Let me see. I'm pulling this up. It is Winter Solstice. Happy Winter Solstice. Oh, that's very exciting, Hannah. Have you felt like you're getting a lot of information? Are you doing it for reflection, or are you doing it for like, what do my ancestors suggest that I work on in 2021? Like, if you feel comfortable sharing, like, how are you using your spreads? Because it makes a big difference what question you ask, I think. If she chooses to answer, we'll see it in the chat. It takes me a little longer than you guys to see it in the chat. But one thing I was gonna share. Oh, there it is. Yes, I like the new spreads. I alternate between asking the universe for guidance and if I'm on the right path. Yes, that's. I like to do it like that as well. I think for when I start doing my spreads, which I haven't done that yet because that seems to be I was waiting for the Sabbath, which I feel like Sabbaths are always a good time for divination. So if you haven't done anything yet and you still want it to come in the future, and you still want to participate, today is a good day for that. Sabbaths are excellent days for divination. But I typically ask if the ancestors or the universe has a message for me of what I should be focusing on. I am. It's getting more.
Working it out.
I'm working it out. Also, I am anticipating that because my mouth is moving so much, the blood flow is improving the circulation, and I'm getting better use of it. So a couple things that I did. I have with me. I own 5. No, how many? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 lunar decks, and every day I check them, and I've journaled about what the specific lunar energy of the day was, and that's been really fun. Oh, that sounds wonderful, Lori. I'm going to have a ritual bath later when somebody cleans the tub for me.
Clean the tub.
No, you're going to clean the tub. Come on. I just started. I love going through the suggestions for the author. I like that too. Yeah. What's I going to say? Oh, so I was doing the spreads every day, and that's been really helpful. I did the spread of the month by Spirit de la Lune, the Wolf Moon spread, and that was very good. I like that a lot. So D over at Deep Nation did a video about the card of the year 2021, and so I did that, basically how to gauge that. If you like that idea, there's a video on her channel, but just for my friends who are here right now, spoiler alert, we're going to have a New Year's party, a virtual New Year's Eve party, and we're going to do word of the year, we're going to do card of the year, we're going to chat, and we're going to have fun, and maybe some people will drink, but not me because I can't handle my liquor. It'll be worse than this live right now. So, so stay tuned for that. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm sitting.
I love you guys.
I love you guys. My problem is I take my clothes off. And they don't want to see none of that.
It's hot in here.
I know. I'm always so hot when I'm drunk. Yes, exactly. Oh my God. I would do wine and I'd be like, ugh. The problem is I wouldn't last very long because I'd be like, I'm tired, good night. And I'd just walk off. I have done that at a New Year's party, literally at my house. I was just like, I'm tired, guys, I'm going to bed. And the people were like, okay. I'm not the best with the social skills. Yeah. So I did the card of the year. I really like that because I did it for myself. My card is the Devil, Lovers, and then the World, the Hangman, and the Empress. And then I did it for my husband. His card is the Wheel of Fortune, the Magician, Judgment, and the High Priestess, and for our son. And I even did it for my mom. So it's been really good. I did a card of the week, which was the Queen of Stays for last week, which is really good because I always feel really powerful. I feel like if I had a significator, I would, and I know it's very bold of me to say, but it would be the Queen of Wands. And then let's see. I have a whole bunch of activities that I listed here. I did the new moon meditation. So one of the people whose planners I bought, Allison Hadley, or on YouTube, she's Alice in Wonderland. I bought this planner. She actually had a really, really lovely new moon meditation in Sagittarius that I did. I have never done a new moon in Sagittarius, or I have never done a guided meditation before, and it was very nice. And I journaled about it, and I really enjoyed it. So I don't think it's too late to check that out. And if she posts another one, I will share it here on my channel so that you guys can participate as well. And geez, I lost my page. Golly. Analogy. Card of the week. Okay, there we go. So I made a list with the Wolf Moon Challenge about different things. And so one of the prompts that I put on the channel was to list your values. And so here are my values. And I also sat there with my husband and also with my cousin later in the week. And I just kind of like yay, nay, or meh for how they felt with how my values resonated with theirs. Which for my cousin, it was almost identical. For my husband, you only got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So maybe just under half that were super important to you. Okay. I just think that's interesting. There was also like one of the things, because Sagittarius is about expansion and travel and learning. One of the prompts that I suggested was make a place that you want to go. So basically all 7 continents. Hi, Robin. I'm so glad you could make it. I'm okay. I just had a dental procedure, and so I have a numb face here. I have a numb face here, and so that is why there's certain letters and words that require this part of your face to work. That's not working so far. Okay, so what am I? Oh, and then I was like it's pretty funny. I'm definitely getting a lesson in putting your money where your mouth is, because I said I was going to do this live to review, and I really want to lead by example, and that we shouldn't wait for the perfect time to do things. We should still do things. So sorry if this is a hot mess. But I also made a list in my journal so that I could check it off as I go on. So I still have numerous tasks to do, and I'm going to revamp that to add the new task that I added this week, which you will see in the newsletter, guys. This one's kind of personal, but I will share it with you. It was my inventory of strengths, and actually it was quite challenging. I sat there. So we did this as a family. Hi, Rochelle. We did this as a family activity, in that we started with like, oh, Jessie, I think that you are so strong and loyal and hardworking and a good dad and blah, blah, blah. And we talked about all of those things. And then we did that for our son. And then I asked them to do it for me. And they said that this is it. I'm smart. And I'm like, okay, that's, I've been told that my whole life, not to toot my own horn. That was not the commentary about my region that you were saying earlier today, sir.
You want to be here?
I do want you here for chat. My husband is here. He doesn't want to be on camera for whatever reason, but he wants to be the peanut gallery. So listen for his commentary. And strong mentally, which is kind of a joke in my house. Yes, I'm strong mentally, but I'm not strong physically is the joke, because I had an injury in my wrist, and so everybody, even my 5-year-old child, this is my strong hand. My son was 5, and he put a sock on his hand. He goes, "Look, Mama, this is my strong hand, like you." Like, oh my God, wow! And I just look at my husband like, "You're going to hell, sir." Yeah. Yes, of course. But we ended up working it out, and I actually looked at a really good, God bless it, it's getting close, but it's not quite. I actually looked at a really good website Because when you look for strengths online, the first thing that they want to suggest to you is what you can put on your resume, which is helpful. But I'm not talking about strengths that can be marketed. I'm talking about strengths that make you that make you the human you are. So if you look at strengths, try looking up strengths psychology, and they will tell you like the characteristics they think of as a strong or resilient person. And that was very helpful, and I really enjoyed that. Once I got to that part, I felt very good. And some of the things are similar. So for example, like smart, I have smart on there. I have um and I also have loves learning and social intelligence, which I do believe that they are two different things. They are all different things. And then I have like loyal and devoted, which I do consider those things to be two different things. I have loaded, loyal, and devoted, and trustworthy, which I consider to be all different things. So loyalty is the feeling, right? That's the value. But devotion is the action, is the follow through, is showing up. I got dental work and they put too much Novocaine in the top of my mouth. And so my upper lip is not working. So everything else is moving fine, but because this is not working, I cannot make like W's or B's or B's. Anything that requires your lip to make the round part of the thing is just not working. But I am trying because I don't want to miss this opportunity to connect with people.
Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
They understand the words that are coming out of my mouth. Oh my god. Okay. Another thing that I suggested that was actually really fun. And by all means, guys, please share if you have done any of the challenges listed in the Wolf Moon Challenge. Please share that information. Um, or if you have any ideas, please share that information. Yeah, that was a funny movie, Rochelle. Uh, as well, please feel free to share. Otherwise, I will talk filling the space. But I like to read how you guys are connecting. And just FYI, please don't feel like if you haven't started the Wolf Moon Challenge that it's too late. It's never too late. It's a month-long challenge, number one. And number two, you don't have to do it daily. However it is that you engage with the work is how it happens. And whatever works best for you is better than not doing it at all. So that's my recommendation there. But one of them was making a list of hobbies and skills that you always want to try. And so I did that. And because I write like little chicken scratches, I'll just mention it to you. So I want to work on my horticulture skills, which I said that instead of gardening because I want to grow food and herbs and plants and flowers, but I want to be really well versed. Because I have this image of myself as an old crone, a little old wizened crone that's just like can bring any plant back from the brink of death. That's what eventually. But that's where the reflection part comes in with week 2, because where I am now and that wizened old crone is a lifetime apart. So how am I gonna start taking steps to get to that goal? And so this first week was about big giant goals, just dream so big. This next week is about okay, now let's make a plan. Now let's anticipate barriers and obstacles. Now let's think of what are going to motivate us and sustain us in this journey to our goals. You do, Robin. You do everything. Oh, wonderful. Oh, that sounds wonderful, Hannah. That's very good. I like that. And Lori, I love plants. So the next thing is healing. If any of you know, I am a nurse, a registered nurse, an RN, and I am in grad school for my master's degree in nursing and also to be a nurse practitioner, which in my state is basically They at my clinic in primary care, a nurse practitioner and a doctor do much exactly the same thing, basically.
Doctor without surgery.
A doctor without surgery, yes, a lot of that. So I'm learning to heal people in the Western way, but I want to also learn to heal people with herbs and salves and medicine and energy and all of those, and food and all of those things that are beginning to be spoken about more in Western culture, but not as much. And I'm not against Western medicine. And even in my modern pharmacology book, they have a whole chapter dedicated to the medicinal properties of herbs. And also, when I learn about medication, it talks about where the medication came from herbally. So, for example, aspirin derives from willow, and penicillin derives from certain types of mold, and digoxin is foxglove. So it's a lot of information that our ancestors knew through through their family, because we learn together as communities. We pass this knowledge down, but it has been mostly lost.
Cultural medicine, man.
Cultural medicine, yeah. So if shit hits the fan, I want to be able to care for my family and community indefinitely, with or without medicine, and that's what I mean by learning healing. Oh, so sweet. Hi, Liberians. I hope so. That sounds really cool. Again, and that's my vision of myself as a little old crone. And if anybody who knows me has a problem, that they would come to me and ask for help. And that's like my fairy tale image of myself at the end of my years and my legacy. And so, again, a world of difference between that crone and this person, and how am I going to bridge the gap? So that's the kind of concept that I'm trying to work on. And don't think that he gets a pass, because I have been grilling him the whole week. Like, what do you want to do with yourself? What are your goals? What are your strengths? What is your bucket list? And it doesn't matter if he tells me or not. I just want him to think about it. And we do an activity every year together for the last, 5 or 6 years, where we take a personal inventory. I'm going to probably share it on the thing at some point. It's called the Level 10 Life. And just basically, you look at 10 different areas of your life and you grade yourself. And then you say, like, why, like, for example, what did we do last year? Where did we score high? We almost always score high on our marriage. So that was my last year. Yeah, marriage was 9 out of 10. And so we say, why are we a 9 out of 10? Because we connect in this way and we make time for each other and we're best friends. And it's like, do we really want to do extra work to be a 10 out of 10? Or do we want to put our efforts elsewhere? And usually we will notice that there are areas that need more work. And so we will focus our energy there. But if we ever fell below a certain level, we would prioritize that, I think. I wanted to also learn yoga. I had a yoga book and I started a practice when I was 14, and I've done it off and on, for 22 years. God, I'm getting old. And stretching, yeah. Oh Lord, my work is texting me. What do they want? Being a nurse, your job is never done.
They're not even open. Gosh. Such an interesting line.
I'm sorry. The work of a nurse is never done, especially in a pandemic. They will never leave you alone. I kid you not. They will bleed you dry to death. Oh, Mama, thank you. Mom says she loves that I'm compassionate, giving, and kind-hearted. So actually, Mama, I do have that. I didn't put compassionate. I put empathetic, but I did put generous as well and kind. So I appreciate that feedback, Mom. You're so sweet. Oh, that's very interesting, Robin. I also want to do hiking. I know I live in Southern Oregon, and there's like some of the most beautiful hiking in the world, and I don't do it. But I want to, and we're gonna do it. I've always wanted to hike the Table Rocks, so that's one of my goals. I want to do crafting. Specifically, I have a whole bunch. Food preserving. I want to learn. I want to learn how to make more witchy stuff like sachets and candles and bath salts. I want to crochet. I want to learn to quilt and sew. I want to paint, cross stitch. All of those things I want to try. And not necessarily be good at it, just for the pleasure of doing it. Some things I am good at. I'm already good at cooking. I want to learn how to preserve, again, those survival skills. After the fire, I very much became aware that we don't have all the survival skills that we need. We have more than most people because we do live rurally and we maintain animals and property. But there's a lot to think about when you don't have any power or water. And you just got to keep yourself moving. That was a hard time for us, but it is good. The crafting, I know how to do those things, but I want to really perfect those things. Crochet I'm good at. I do not know how to sew and I want to learn. And the cross stitch, I just want to cross stitch. I want to give my husband a gift of a cross stitch that says come back with a warrant. That's all I want to learn how to do. That's so but I do want it. Oh yeah, that's funny. Hi Dee. Hi everybody. Thanks for coming. Dee, just FYI, since you're just walking in, I had dental work and I thought that I would be not numb by now, but God bless it. She put a lot in my upper lip, so I can't move my upper lip, and so my voice is slurred. It's getting better. Way better. But I still can't do certain words. W's, yeah, P. Well, no, P came out fine. It's W. It's because my bottom's coming all the way up. So crafting, shooting. Now let me just say, I was a better shot with a pistol than my husband until he got really into shooting. And now I think he's better than me at every weapon. And that's the only time I'll ever admit it.
Wow.
But only temporarily, because I will get my pistol skills back. The problem is I have that injury. And so yes, the reason it's on my list is because it is a very valuable skill, especially for survival and defense. And it is something that I was exceptionally good at in the past because I was a cop in the Air Force, for those of you who don't know. And so I shot all the time. I carried a weapon on my hip for 5 straight years. And so that's kind of faded. Do I think that let me just tell you, if somebody broke in the middle of the night and he wasn't here, I could take care of business just in my sleep, just because that's how they train you in the military. It's the muscle memory. But I want to get better, and I think it's a good venue for us to spend time together. And also, my son's getting very interested, and so I don't want everybody to be doing something fun without me. And I feel like those are things that, as a family, especially the gardening, the hiking, and the shooting, those are things that we can do together. The eating we always do together, but I don't like them in the kitchen with me, unless I'm just saying, like, do this task. Bye, Opera. Thank you. So I am getting feeling back now, not just motion, but feeling. And then the last thing is I wanted to be a better entrepreneur, which I've talked about a little bit at the end of my last live. And I've talked to some of you individually about it. Oh, you're leaving. I talked to you about it individually, but God, I lost my train of thought because work keeps texting me for, I don't know. I just want to get a little bit better. We talked about that last live. I'm not going to expound on that here. If anybody has done any of the Wolf Moon Challenge stuff, please feel free to participate. I know Hannah's done a ton. I have seen her post. There's Chelsea May, who's done a lot. I think, Liberius, that you're going to be doing some, or you're going to be doing it weekly, which is totally fine. However it is that you connect or engage with the work, it's okay. It doesn't matter. You can still participate however it is. If you want to sit down once a week and do a block of the work, then that's totally acceptable as well. Because the whole point is not that it's not like for me, it's for you to engage in your practice however we can engage. So then the last thing was a bucket list, and this one I kind of shared, but that's also a little personal, but I'm really close to, I know all of you very well. There's probably some creepers in there. I don't know, for my other content creators, do you ever get some weird motherfuckers coming up in your lives just saying like mean shit out of nowhere? And it's just like, don't you have anything better to do, sir, than talk shit to somebody who doesn't care about you? Like, what? But I digress. It's like, you are so sad and pathetic, sir. Eat a dick and be gone. But I digress. Jesse, can you get the other charger? This one doesn't work. I hate this one. Where's my black one?
Can you took it?
He
wanted the fast charger for his iPad.
Ay, Dios mío. Can you find me one? Thank goodness, Amethyst or Rochelle. So just some highlights. Yeah, that's true. Oh man, Liberius, why? Why? That's the thing that drives me crazy, guys. That's the thing that drives me crazy, is that somebody is literally gonna take the time out of their day to try and bring you down and talk shit to you. It's just like, isn't life hard enough? Like, my goodness. I just can't. And I especially, like, we've talked about this already, but also the people who step into your thing to be critical. It's like, don't you have anything else to do, person? Like, literally nothing else in your whole damn life to do than to criticize me about something that's none of your damn business. Okay, I got my phone charged. I'm sorry, guys. I do block. Yes, I agree. I agree. There are some people who can only feel good when they make others feel bad, and that is tragic. It is tragic. It's tragic for us to have to deal with them, and it's tragic for those people because little kids are not born that way. So what happened to them is really the tragic part. I've never met a little child who was a piece of shit. Not ever. Have you, babe?
Children are selfish.
Children are selfish. That's not the same thing as being a bad person. And it has to do with their development. Children, especially little ones, they don't even like have the brain capacity to recognize that the world doesn't exist around them. And some people never grow out of that. But some highlights from the bucket list. So, and if you guys have highlights on your bucket list, oh my God, Robin, no, none of that. Those are bad kids. Some highlights from the bucket list, and if you guys have any suggestions, please, if you have any of you made a bucket list, or if you have any ideas of things that are going to be on your bucket list, please share. But like, I definitely want to have a baby this upcoming year, and I want to put my feet in the ocean, which I do every year, but I don't think that any year is complete without putting my feet in the Pacific Ocean. Not just any ocean, the Pacific Ocean. It's the best ocean. Sorry for everybody else. Pacific. What? My nose is starting to tingle now. I can feel my eyes a little bit now, but all of the parts are starting to tingle, which is why I'm moving my face so vigorously. Oh God, no, Robin, that's awful. So any of the bucket list items that you guys have, please share. I want to see the Perseid meteor shower. Again, it's something that I do every year, but no year, since we've been doing it for years now, no year is complete without doing it. And it usually peaks on my birthday. Yes, Liberius, share some, please. So which is August, it usually peaks August 11 or August 12th. And so we camp and we go out and see that. I want to visit New Orleans and I want to eat and I want to go to witchcraft shops and spend too much money. Don't judge me, Daddy. Oh, here's a good one. I want to give something up for Lent and I want to actually follow through. Such a terrible person. I have never gone the whole 40 days of Lent and followed through. Yes, Rochelle. I don't have any feelings about Salem, but definitely New Orleans I want to go to. The food alone, oh my gosh. I want to eat gumbo and I want to eat etouffee and I want to eat beignets and I want to eat jambalaya and I want to eat red beans and rice. Not quite as good as Puerto Rican red beans and rice, but still good. Oh, Samantha, having a baby means bringing something into the world. You could write a book. You could create a business. You could foster or adopt. I mean, there's a lot of ways that you can bring something into being. So there might be something else. Ooh, yeah. I want to meet my cousin and her family. I want to plan a trip to Puerto Rico. We've been, my husband and I, Jesse, we've been to Puerto Rico when it was our honeymoon. But we want to take our son. And I want to go to the graveyard, the cemetery there. And I want to investigate. Ooh, finish your book, Hannah. That's a great goal. Here's a small one that I think you guys will like. I want to have a magnificent sunflower wall. So I have this line of fence that I grow sunflowers on. And some years I have a beautiful sunflower wall and some years not so good. And 2020 wasn't a good year. So this next year, I just want a lush, beautiful sunflower wall with like different heights and different bases. Oh God, that's what I want. I'm going to make that happen. Maybe that's it, Samantha. Maybe your side hustle is going to grow. I want to do a photo shoot. And either a boudoir photo shoot, but probably I want to do a witchy photo shoot. And I know that's so like conceited or whatever. I don't care. I want something like really like romantic and beautiful and classy with good lighting. And because I'm only young once and it is going by. I'm not consciously aware of it most of the time. And if I am aware of it, it's like either my son is growing up and I'm like, that means I'm growing up. Or it's when something particularly good or bad happens and I'm like, my life is finite. There is only so many trick-or-treats. There is only so many Christmas mornings. There is only so many blooms of the plum tree. It's going to end. And so I'm only young once, and I want to get a picture to commemorate that. Yes, the birds do love it, Amber, especially at the end of the season. They just eat it up. Ooh. Ooh, Rochelle, I'm excited about that. It's good to have secret projects. Yeah, you're so real. And that's something I get emotional thinking about it. Jesse, we're gonna die.
Yeah.
I know.
That's the key component of life.
It is. Reminds me of that Head PE song. That's the world, nigga. Ain't nobody getting out alive. Yeah. That's probably, but it's true. We're all gonna die. But I don't like. My brain is jumping. I think it's because I have some euphoria from the Novocaine. Yes, both Liberius. Exactly. I agree. I lost my train of thought, so it's probably for the best. Oh, yes. I hate when people say, oh, rich man or poor man, we all have the same size graves. And it's just like, no, sir.
No, that's not
The Taj
true.
Mahal is a grave. My grave ain't going to be like that.
Like pyramid grave or something like that.
What's the pyramids? I hate that phrase. It's like, do you know science, sir? Or anthropology or history?
If you're a homeless man, they're just going to cremate you and
if your family
put you
can't
in the
afford to
garbage,
bury you,
probably.
they don't put you in the garbage. They put you in the morgue for weeks and weeks until somebody pays for your
What
burial.
happens when no one does?
If nobody does, then they give your body to science. So no, everybody doesn't end up in the same grave.
It takes a lot of work to dig a 6-foot hole like that.
And it costs a lot of money. Land is money.
Yeah.
And the size of a grave is some people's apartments. What else is on here?
Get morbid.
We are getting morbid. Oh, T, that's wonderful. Yes. I cannot, as a mother, guys, I cannot imagine anything worse than my son not living longer than me. Nothing. Literally nothing. He has to. Yep. A long, happy, healthy life until one day when he's 80. Nope. When he's 107, he just doesn't wake up. Yes. I know. We were just thinking about graves. I don't know why we got there. I want to go to a Korean spa. And that's something that I've always wanted to do. And if you guys don't know, a Korean spa is they have this salt treatment where they get this mitt and they scrub you like very hard and vigorously until you're red and pink and soft like a new baby. We went to China and I made the mistake of getting a Chinese massage and they massage you like you owe them fucking money. Just beating you up. And if you pull away, they pull you back and you're just like, okay, thank you. I'm not gonna lie, I felt great afterwards. But during the thing, I was like, oh, please stop. Let me go. I'm sorry. You can keep the money. I just don't want it anymore. Michelle, I told him I'm gonna haunt him. If I die first, even if they're great, I still want to hang out for a while and haunt the house. Oh, that sounds really good. You know, guys, okay, so here's a question I have because I was trying to organize a trip before the pandemic to the mud baths in Napa, and the Hershey chocolate treatment sounds like that too. For ladies, how do you not get it in your cooter? Like, what if you're sitting in a mud bath and you're naked? How does everything not get everywhere in all of the parts? And how is that relaxing? I haven't done it yet, but that's the kind of thing I think about. Like, I don't know if I want to do that. Rochelle, she said she wants to be a ghost that pitch her husband's ass without his side.
Wow.
Oh, okay. I guess so. If you wear underwear. I mean, yes, I would rinse the parts, but still, I don't want mud in my parts.
Sorry, you go play at the beach, you're gonna get sand in your vagina.
I do get sand in my butt. Wow.
I'm saying.
For those, I don't know if you could hear this conversation, but he says when you go to the beach, you get sand in vagina and you start making pearls, and I'm like, wow, babe. And yes, you do get sand everywhere, and that's the only reason I hate the beach. God bless it. I hate that part. You just mind your own business, having a wonderful time, sitting in the beach, enjoying your family, and then you get up and you notice that the sand isn't leaving your parts. Awful. But I want to grow more of my own food and eat it. So this year 2020 was just a dumpster fire, like in almost every endeavor that I tried. So we even bought a greenhouse. My husband bought and set me up a greenhouse. And I had all these starts. And the first time we left it out during a frost, so they all died. And the second time it got blown over in a windstorm. Wasn't it a windstorm? And then the third time, what happened the third time? I don't know. They also died. No, a third time there was a hailstorm in May and it crushed every single pepper and tomato that I had. And then I was just like, I'm done. Yeah, it's one of those the vinyl.
Shelf and plastic around
Yeah,
it.
the shelf with the plastic around it. So the herbs did come in, and I have 9 bags of herbs over there. And the strawberries. My son ate, that was wonderful. We had strawberries that I planted, and he would eat strawberries till he was sick. He ate all the strawberries. It was a blessing. And onions. I actually grew onions, and I used them. The red ones went bad before I can use them. Red ones don't stay very good very long, but the yellow ones, I used them all. And so my goal this year is to do better. Yeah, libraries. We're just chatting. So if you have a comment, then please share. I want to learn to do the splits. Okay, that goes with flexibility from yoga. And also just like a personal life goal that I've always wanted to do the splits. This bucket list stuff was very fun for me. I was just like, there's no reason. I see it on Instagram all the damn time. They're like, day 1, day 8, day 15. And I was like, there is no reason that if I practice at something that in 365 days, I can't get my split done. Exactly, Amber. I should have done that, but I didn't think they were going to go bad that quickly. So next year I will. The splits is the easiest thing on my list so far. And the next one is learn to be competent at an advanced pose. And that's going to be a little bit harder. So my mind goes to King Dancer, but I am awkward AF. I have no balance skills. And it's been some time since I did anything flexible. So that's probably too ambitious. I will settle for doing a full back bend, which is also probably ambitious. How about camel? Let me get into camel really well. Or not crow. That's way too hard. Something. I'm going to do something advanced. Oh, that sounds wonderful, Mom. She says buy some land and create your own happy place. That's what you should do, Mom. Land, baby.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. For sure. That's what I try to do. Yeah. Oh my gosh, that's wonderful. That sounds wonderful too, Mama. If you have anything on your bucket list, tell me. And it better not involve buying something expensive.
That's all the bucket list.
Are you gonna drive? Well, how about the van?
Sure, we're gonna need parts first.
I didn't talk about money, baby. I mean, what's your goal for it? His only goals is to spend money and to buy and to camp. That's his goals. You ain't gonna bring me home a deer this year?
Not this year. It's too late.
I mean, in 2021.
I'll try.
That doesn't sound very confident. What does Yoda say? There is no try. Only do or do not.
Wow.
D. She says downward dog is advanced enough. I can't even get into downward dog right now. So there we go. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. She says she used to do tons of gymnastics when they were younger and with her sister. She tried to do a back run. She broke her arm, but the mom thought she broke her back, so she was trying to lift her up by her broken arm. Oh God. Parenting is pretty funny, guys. So my son was jumping off the couch and I was like, stop doing that. Stop doing that. Stop doing that. But I was organizing some of my witchy stuff and I was trying to get it done before bed. And finally I heard a thunk and I was like, I didn't even look. I was like, I don't even care. And so he cried and went over to Daddy, and my husband's like, oh my God. And I'm like, now I have to get up. And of course he was bleeding everywhere. It was like, oh, and comforting and checking for missing teeth and broken nose, and he was fine. And then this little, I love him to death. Please do not get me wrong. But this little human decided it'd be a great idea to do the same thing, but now we're going to do it in the living room with just hardwood floors. And guess what? The same thing happened, right, Dad? So I heard this, and it was a different day. And I heard that piercing scream that your kid makes when they're hurt. It's different than any other scream, I promise you. You will know that piercing scream. And I go out there, and his face is covered in blood, and I'm like, what happened? What happened? And then my renter told me what had happened, and I picked him up, and I'm comforting him, but at the same time, I am mad as hell, because I'm like, that's going to happen. That happened last time. And he's already feeling so miserable, so I'm trying not to berate him. And then it's just like, the other person's like, oh, is he okay? I'm like, he's fine. But Kenyon, you play stupid games and you win stupid prizes. And then I left it alone because he's just bleeding everywhere. He's fine. He didn't lose any teeth. But then a week later, I caught him trying to jump from the couch to the pool table. And I'm like, and that time was punishment. Yes, exactly. I tell him. Rochelle, she broke her arm falling out of a tree when she was 3. I can't take that. I can't take that. My kid has got to be. We very rarely spank. I don't like it. But sometimes, oh, my son, when he was 3, he went through a phase. Remember, he wanted to pull the damn kettle down on himself? We have a kettle full of boiling water up on the counter. And he would try, it was his life's mission to try and pull that kettle down. I don't know why. And it got to the point where, we tried pushing it back. We tried keeping it out of reach. And he would just keep trying and keep trying. And finally, we just had to spank him and just be like, don't touch it. Stay away from it. Don't touch it. Problem solved. Yeah, he stopped after that. Because it's just I would rather give you a little spanking just to show you that I'm not playing than have you drop boiling hot water on your face. Oh, Amber, it's wonderful. Everything is worth it. It's just there are some things that you will say to a human being that you never in your life thought you would have to say to a human being. And considering I am a nurse and I have to do that all the time with adults, it's pretty it's still creative how your kids get. And you're just like,
stop licking the floor.
Stop licking the floor. Please don't put your penis out in the store. Put your penis away. And it's just oh, man. Oh, you can't poop in the yard. You're not a puppy. It's wonderful. It's worth it. You'll love it. It's just
It's horribly great.
It's horribly great. Exactly. Horribly great. It's when I see him sleeping like a little beautiful angel in his own bed. It's so wonderful. You're having a girl. I think so. My husband and I had this conversation. When you have a son, all you have to worry about is one penis. When you have a little girl, you have to worry about every penis. Oh my God, Dee. The penis things with little boys, it's just there was a period of time where he would get mad when he got a boner, and little babies get boners all the time. He'd get mad and he'd be like, Mommy, make it go away. It's like, stop touching it and it will go away. Leave it alone. And now he's in the age where it's like, don't look at me. It's like, okay, I won't look at you. But also, how about you leave me alone when I go shit in the bathroom? How about that? We can both give each other space and privacy. And he's just like, no. I need access to you 24 hours a day. You don't look at me, but I'm going to do all the things. Oh, God, libraries. Ouch. Yes, it's 2Ds. Hi, Crystal, Tarot Apothecary. Thank you for joining us. I'm talking much more freely than I normally would because my close friends are in this chat, but the point of this chat was just talking about the Wolf Moon Challenge. And basically, it's a self-reflection challenge for the course of the Wolf Moon Nation. And the first week I gave a list of tasks. It's on my website, hounddoghollow.com. And I'm just reviewing how it went for me. So with this, I'm going over my bucket list. And if you have any bucket list items that you want to share, please do so. Yep. Exactly, Hannah. Oh my gosh. And the diapers. When you don't want them to, they want to take it off. They don't want to wear it. And then when you want them to potty in the toilet, they're like, don't take my diaper. I need my diaper. Bring the diaper back. And finally, we just told him one day that like we ran out and the store didn't have any more. When he finally grew out of pull-ups. And that was just it. We just had to do it. Oh, I want to hike Table Rocks, which is a hike that I've always wanted to do near my house. So they're mesas. I want to hike them. I want to walk 20K, which is not, I can walk 20K like in a day, but I want to walk it straight. I haven't done that in many years. Oh, yeah. Oh, potty training. So you remember how hard that was? Our son went through a period where he was afraid to poop. Every time he had to poop, he would have a full-blown, horrific, like, terrified meltdown. Like, I don't even know. Like, I can't. It was just so terrible. He would scream. He was cry. He was terrified. And then one day my mother-in-law was like, look, if you go potty, I'll give you candy. And then he's like, I can do that. There we go. We just had to pay him in candy and he would poop in the toilet and that was it. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, guys. This is funny. It's turning into a mom chat.
You're just getting all random.
I'm getting a little random. I want to do a race.
Good, though.
I am getting better, yeah.
I can't even tell anymore.
Yeah. Although it's really sore now. Yes, rivalry is good motivation. And by race, I mean, like, I want to just complete a 5K. I don't want to place. I don't want to do any of that. But if the world goes back a little more normal, I would like to walk a 5K with other people and just cross a finish line. Yeah. Samantha, that we did. So the only good thing that came out of that is that we managed to sufficiently scare our son that if you do not drink at least a bottle of water and eat a fruit or a vegetable every day, that will happen. And so like religiously, even to the point where like he has to go potty. He's like, have I had a fruit today? Have I had a fruit today? And we're like, yes, you had a fruit with breakfast. And he's like, okay, I can go to the bathroom. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. I've heard of that, Rochelle. Oh, Dee, that's really funny. Oh, that's wonderful, Crystal Tarot Apothecary. I didn't set up the altar. I actually didn't do a Sabbath altar this time, which is fine. I'm okay with that. But I did revamp the ofrenda and I put cedar up and it's got a little Christmas tree. There's hot coffee and a fresh pan dulce and a shot of Bacardi and a glass of water. So it's all set for that. Yeah, exactly. The kids get backed up because of that. I want to see fireflies. I've seen them once before. But if you live on this side of the Rockies, on the western side of the Rockies, you do not see fireflies. So this year I want to see them in real life. I want to build an outside altar. And my husband's like, he went to go do something, but when I told him I did that, I was just, he's like, what does that mean? You want to sacrifice animals? And I was like, no, we don't hardly, in like the last 8 years, we've killed 2 chickens. And only because they were literally murdering the hens. I killed 2 roosters because the hens had bloody backs because they were so prolifically rapey. And we did eat them because you should never waste anything, but I would never have an altar for a sacrifice. Gross. I want an altar to like do tarot and light candles and put offerings, and I want it to be made out of stone and wood, and just like, because I have this image of myself as this old crone, and that crone has an outside altar, and it's amazing. You would just be completely super grateful to be welcome there. And so we got to start moving in that direction. Oh, I don't want you to hurt them, Hannah. Oh. Yes, that's what I want. And we have plenty of, especially with the fire and so many of our trees dying, we have plenty of wood, hopefully, logs, and maybe some logs and maybe some cinder blocks or a slab of granite or something. We'll figure it out. I think everything else is kind of like silly. Let me see. I want to ride a tube down the big hill at Diamond Lake, which is, I'm scared of heights, and so I've always avoided that. I want to eat something from Nanaka, which is in Southern California, so I have to visit my mom, and they have like a 3-month waiting list. So I would have to think of when I'm going to visit my mom and book it 3 months in advance to eat something at her place. And I want it to happen this year, but it's my goal to do it before I'm 40. I want to have hair down in my butt crack. That's like a random. I don't know why I put that there, but I just need to do a little bit more with my hair, just because as I'm getting older, the texture is changing and it's way drier than it used to be, and so it's breaking a lot more, and so I really need to do something more regularly to make sure that the length is preserved, because I don't cut or color my hair at all, and so I really would like that to happen. And I want to wear a bikini. I know, fancy. Thank you, sir. I did a body inventory too, but I'm not going to share that. Mine ends up in my butt crack. Well, you know, when I comb my hair in the shower, it does end up there, because it does. I mean, technically, when it's wet, it's pretty close, huh, babe?
If you straightened it.
If I straightened it. But I mean curly down there, so that's pretty considerable length. And I like extensions. It's just I can't keep anything like that in good condition. So I hate to waste money on it, because there's always something that wants to play with it. Can't. I'm looking at you. Oh, I'm so sore in my jaws. Ow. If you guys have done any of the activities, please let me know. Let me look up. I just want to list what I actually put on the site so that people will know. Oh, there you go. My jaw really hurts, guys. They stuck that needle in there, like, ouch. I don't even know why. Ow, 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 ow. Yep, I will. I'm going to try aloe vera, but I'm also going to try the rice water. And I used to, when I had really good hair, I used to do coconut oil. So coconut oil can be really drying, so it shouldn't be your only deep conditioner. But as I use it as a pre-poo. So basically a pre-shampoo use, I would leave it on either overnight or for an hour with the hot cap on, and then shampoo and then deep condition.
You're just like going all over the place.
Why? I said it's part of my bucket list. Stop judging me. Do you have anything on your? Child rearing is part of my bucket list. It's my life bucket list. I want to raise.
Talk about aliens or something.
That's Rochelle's favorite topic is aliens. Olive oil. I like olive oil, but I cannot stand the smell. So it has to be mixed with something, or I can't take it. For those of you who don't know, my husband's over here. He's talking to me. So this is 2021. The life, he was saying, oh, you're all over the place. And I'm saying, those things are lifetime. Yes, she said, did I hear aliens? Which, let me say, Aliens with Ellen Ripley is amazing. Just FYI.
Wow.
Oh, I make a big list, and I think of myself as successful if I get half of it done. But I just like to have ideas, and some of the stuff gets forwarded on. But I'm not the one to beat myself up if I don't complete my bucket list.
Thinking about it, that is the magic.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Writing it down
is
the magic.
Yes, writing it down, putting it into the universe, thinking those thoughts. I definitely do. I actually don't wash my hair very often. I'm gonna go back to just the co-wash, because shampoo is really harsh on my hair. But yes, I will be doing that. Protective styles. I've got to just do more. What was I gonna say? Ow, my mouth is killing me, guys. I love those. No, don't be sorry, Hannah. I wash my hair once a month at this point, just because it's winter and it's just so dry. I'm actually due for a washing, pretty soon here. And one time when my hair was looking its best, I had a co-wash, and I did that for 3 months with no washes, and it actually looked great. So I think I'm gonna go back to that. I get a specially made shampoo, and I really love Carol's Daughter, and I'm gonna just buy some more of that too. I was trying to do Wolf Moon. So basically, for those of you who are here for the challenge stuff, the challenge was meant to be spend a minimum of 5 minutes a day engaged in self-reflection, dreaming, and goal setting. You can sit with your journal and do a timed writing exercise, which I still have to do. Pull a tarot or oracle card to meditate on. You may follow any of the prompts that are in the upcoming articles, and that was before the articles. And I have also linked that in the newsletter that I just sent out today. And if anybody's gotten the newsletter, I would love to hear your feedback. I'm still learning. It's my second one. So I'm really open to feedback. The only person who's giving me any feedback is, and it's critical. What? It's important. It's not rude critical, but it is critical. Oh my gosh, can you check on I was mulling the cider. Can you make sure it's not boiling over? It's in the red pot on the stove. And so then for last week, I made a list that says like, oh my jaw. Dream big, make a bucket list for 2021, make a list of hobbies or skills you want to learn, make a list of places you want to travel to, work on some goals, short, medium, and long-term goals, make a list of your values, dream big about the future, imagine that you couldn't fail. What would you do? Oh, I see. Oh, thank you, Hannah. And then this week, I posted. Ow, how's it doing?
We might need to add a little water. It's probably fine. It's not too bad. Good timing.
Oh, okay. Maybe we should turn it off.
Oh, it's off.
Oh, it's off. Okay. Dang. Okay. Thank you, honey. So basically, for Winter Solstice, I'm making mulled cider, and apparently it needs a little bit of water because we overmade it, but that's okay. And then I'm going to have a ritual bath, a release. I'm going to try and see the conjunction, but it's been cloudy all day, so probably not. Oh, poop. She says, after I list each topic, nothing's showing up. Does it show up on your phone?
On
the newsletter? Yeah. Oh, your phone is dead. Oh, I'll have to see about it. Oh, my job. Oh, and I'm going to do divination. That's what I'm going to do tonight. Oh, a gratitude exercise as well. I have a lot of plans for somebody who needs to work tomorrow. Okay. So, for this week, for those of you who haven't checked, so all of this information is on hounddoghollow.com. Please check it out if you get a chance. But for those of you who haven't checked it out yet, This week I talked about the first quarter moon and the waxing moon, and I made more lists of suggestions. So my suggestions this week are: continue with the reflections and exercises from week 1. You have a better idea of what you want your life to look like, assuming that you did the reflection from week 1. And so take some time and gauge where your life is now. So before we were saying, like, what do you want to accomplish? Where do you want to go? Think of all these things that you want for your future. And this week I was saying, let's think about where you are right now. Review your goals, plans, and intentions, and anticipate obstacles, barriers, setbacks, and build in fail safes and contingency plans to help you not get derailed. So like, let's say I want to hike Table Rock. And so I'm going to say, well, I shouldn't just go from 0 to Table Rock. And so maybe I'm going to need to do some low end hikes and maybe start walking half an hour a day in general. Thank you, Liberius. In general, and build up my strengths and, make a plan that's safe and achievable instead of just being like all the way to the top. And let's say that we have an extended rainy period, then maybe I will, go to the gym and walk with the incline on this. Just thinking about different if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. So think of the things that can go wrong when you're making your plans. Think of the obstacles, think of the barriers. There's a breathing exercise that we do in our house, and it's just really simple. Inhale, confidence. Exhale, doubt. And that's just a simple activity that I did. Make a list of your reasons, motivators, and passions to help you ignite the fire that will drive you. So it's really important that you know why. You have a reason why you're trying to achieve this intention, so that when your commitment to your intention is challenged, you can be like, I need to do this for my son. I need to do this so that I can stop feeling bad. I need to do this so that I can have money for Christmas, or whatever it is that your goal is. But you need to figure out, like, how are you going to keep yourself motivated when shit gets rough? How can you get out of your comfort zone to facilitate growth? Maybe you can make a vision board or visual representation of your goals or intentions. Another concept that's very similar is you can make a manifestation box and put in it representations of the life you desire or your goals and intentions. And then you can also make a playlist that inspires and motivates you. And I share my playlist that inspires and motivates me. Those are just some ideas. Because I was talking to, I think it was Dee, about I am writing oriented. I like journaling and I like making lists and I like thinking in that way, but not everybody does. And the work is for everybody. So I'm trying to think of ideas that are more broad activities where you can do the same work without having to do it in a way that is not accessible to you or that doesn't connect. Oh, dance it out. My cousin loves to dance it out. Dance, sing, paint, draw, walk, meditate, exercise, read, maybe watch a video about something that, however it is that you're going to do the thing. Me too, Rochelle. I love journaling. Not recently. This one's my ninth book of shadows in the last several years. But I love journaling. I love list making. I love writing. That yawn really hurt. That's awesome. Do you guys, so overall, what I wanted to think of this lunation was, first and foremost, what are your big dreams, your goals? What do you want out of your life? What's your ideal self? What's your ideal future? What's the ideal? And then where are you now? And then how are we going to get there? Let's make a tentative plan to get to that place that we're hoping. And then finally, it's like, what do we need to let go of to get to that place? We can set a goal. We can say, okay, I'm going to New York. I'm here in Oregon. How am I going to get there? Make a road plan. But if I want to carry every damn thing in my house, it's going to be way harder than just getting in the car with what I need and driving. So make sure you release. And we're going to talk about that when the moon is waning. Are you a Capricorn? Me? Ooh, that sounds wonderful, Leanne. I am a Leo sun, Aquarius moon, Pisces rising. My son is a Capricorn. My little boy is a Capricorn sun. Thank God my voice is back. My mouth is working, but it does hurt now. So you win some, you lose some. I love that too. Yes, exactly. 13 goals sounds really good. So I haven't actually gotten to the goal making part. I'm still in the dreaming part. I'm still in the what's possible part. What do I want out of my life part? What am I going to buckle down and make time for part? And that is really important because I have so many obligations and I just can't seem to get out of them. You would not have guessed? So my husband's a Scorpio. I think you would have to know me pretty well, Marge, to know. My husband gets the brunt of my Leo. That's wonderful, Rochelle. I love that. My husband gets the brunt of my Leo tendencies. And just like, I think the closer you are to me, the more Leo I am. Except for in that Leos are really generous and Leos like to be the center of attention. And, you know, there's a lot of things that I portray publicly that are very Leo energy. Oh, you're not going to write them. Sigils are, yes, Leos are extra. I get a bit of a taste of my own medicine because my son is a Leo rising and he does certain things that my husband's like, that's you. That is you. I have a knife in my hand because I'm trying to light a candle, but I got to get the remains of this other candle. And I'm just thinking to myself that that might be a stupid thing. I did 13 goals and then I put the 13 goals of a witch as inspo on the bottom. That's pretty cool. I definitely like the number 13. It's a really lucky number to me. And I'm definitely going to, I keep it in mind because 13 lunations and 13 moons is a course of a year. So that's really cool. I definitely like that concept. I just don't know if I can commit to that many goals. Lord have mercy. What are your guys' thoughts? How many? Oh, girl. My son did not sleep in his own bed until he was like 3. And even then, he didn't consistently sleep in his own bed. And even then, he's going to be 6. And he still sleeps in me when he feels like it. What's going on?
The charger.
You need a charger?
The red charger.
Oh, the red charger. So I feel you there. If you got tips, let me know. Because basically, I just have to be like, no, you're going to sleep in your bed. You want to play big boy games on your iPad, then you got to sleep in your own bed. And then I hate being mean, but and I wouldn't mind if he slept still, but this little fool turned sideways and he kicks me in the kidneys like it's his job. The dogs are easy because the dogs, I think they mind their manners a little bit more than the kids just do. God, the kids just wild out and kick you. I know. Why do the kids always turn sideways when they sleep? Why? Somebody answer me this riddle of the universe. My husband learned pretty quickly to sleep with his back to him so that he didn't get his privates kicked. Good night, Samantha. Thank you for joining us. I'm also probably going to wrap it up here soon. I'm so grateful for you guys. There's a lot coming up. A lot. I have to work. So my next live is actually not until the 27th, which should be the planner. That's funny, Rochelle. Which will be the planner side by side. And I think I have 18 or 19 planners. I should by then. And then I have like a whole bunch of stuff that's coming up. I'm going to talk about it at that time because I'm still hammering it out. But I hope that I will be able to offer you guys some fun, engaging content in 2021 that really is awesome. And then the other thing that I was going to do today was I was going to show some of my altar decor that I was going to put up on my shop for resale. But frankly, that dental procedure knocked me on my butt and I did not get anything done after it. I was just trying to recover. So I'll do that different. I have seen videos on Rochelle's channel, and I've also seen videos on Dee's channel. And the Witch's Box does a whole bunch of reviews on books on sigil witchery and if they're good or not. So, oh God. So those are the resources that I know. Have a great evening. Bye, Liberius. Thank you. All right, guys, my face really hurts. I need to go take some Advil and drink some wassail and eat some dinner. And I'm going to have a bath, try to see the conjunction, do some divination. And then I hope to connect with you guys soon. I love you guys so much. Please take care. Have a blessed Winter Solstice, Yule, Merry Christmas, all of that. And please, please, please. Ooh, we had a great idea at the end of my live yesterday. And so tomorrow, I was waiting for my face to not be numb. But tomorrow I'm going to start a short series where I do fun side-by-sides of decks that are similar. So I think I'm going to start with the Super Lunaris and the Light Seers Tarot tomorrow. And then I'm going to do the Tarot of the Divine and the Lover's Path Tarot after that. And then maybe just my moon decks, my goddess decks, things like that. So that's going to be something that's coming up. If you guys are interested, please check out the Super Lunaris and the Light Seers tomorrow because they are kind of really similar. I love them both, but they're very similar. One is like the cartoon version of the same movie almost. All right. I love you guys. Have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for coming. I really appreciate your guys' time. Have a wonderful night. Bye.